Hey guys, it is time for another review now, and this time I'm going to tell you about the new IFC Films release. It's How to Build a Girl. Caitlin Moran wrote the screenplay for this one, adapting from her own novel, and the movie stars Beanie Feldstein as the main character, Johanna Morrigan. She's 16, bubbly, positive, and has all the ambition in the world, and that lands her at DNME, a music magazine, and while she does find some early success there, just doing her usual thing, she winds up coming to realize that transforming herself into a super snarky critic who rips everything to shreds gets her a whole lot more attention and also money, and her family really does need that money. This isn't an easy one to pull off for a whole bunch of reasons. The first thing, though, that really did catch me by surprise was Beanie Feldstein doing an accent. I am certainly not one to judge whether or not that accent was accurate, but it still can be really jarring seeing someone you've seen in a whole bunch of movies do something so drastically different, and that kind of brings me to why I think this movie needed Feldstein. The fact that I so quickly forgot about the accent and just fully believed Feldstein as Johanna is really quite the accomplishment, especially when you throw in the fact that Johanna is just a really unique individual, and on top of that, this is one really big character arc to attempt to achieve in a mere 104 minutes of screen time. Johanna starts off the movie as super cheery, and then not only does Feldstein have to combine some very relatable coming-of-age growing pains like exploring your sexuality, but she also has to add in the effect that Johanna's DNME colleagues have on her, and I think she really pulls off that combo beautifully, and what results there is Johanna's alter ego, Dolly Wilde, someone who easily could have felt cartoonish and detached from Johanna, but instead, she really does make it feel like Johanna is still in there, just kind of buried under all that temptation, and that right there is a big reason why How to Build a Girl can really feel true and just strike a chord. Really everything about Johanna's journey just feels so lived in, authentic, and pure, and actually down to the set design of her room, because I was utterly delighted by this wall of God she has where she talks to images of Jo March, Cleopatra, and more. I couldn't believe how well that worked, and the same is also true of Johanna's relationship with the living, breathing people in her life. It's her story here, and Feldstein is front and center, but every single member of this ensemble does wind up highlighting something important about who she is, and it all comes together to create a portrait of a girl who's just trying to find herself, winds up going down the wrong path, and doesn't like what she sees and needs to find a way to rebuild. I gotta give a high score to How to Build a Girl. I'm going 4 Deweys out of 5 on the Dewey Decimal movie scale here. The tone of the movie did take a little getting used to, and I would say there are a couple of story beats here and there that feel a little underdeveloped, particularly when it comes to not holding certain supporting characters responsible for some of their decisions and behavior, but there's still an undeniable joy that comes with seeing someone as electrifying as Feldstein really sink her teeth into a delightfully eccentric and super determined character like Johanna, and just to watch her find herself throughout the process. I really highly recommend checking this one out, and if you do, you know what I like you guys to do. Hit that comment section below because I want to know your thoughts on the movie as well. Before I tune out here, we got to give Evan a very big thanks for this video because he is the Patreon member that is bringing this one to you right now. So Evan, thank you so much for the support. You know how much I appreciate it. And a big thanks to everybody out there watching these videos. Do not leave this one without liking and sharing it, please. And I'll see you soon with more movie reviews.